Hey, Bundle Baby. I saved that picture of you in the circle feed 3 times, in fact, because it didn't focus very well. So I don't want to have to take a picture of a picture. You know what I mean? Well, technically that's what I did, but I don't want to have to take a picture of a picture of a picture. If there's a way to save it, off of there, I suppose I should look that up. Maybe there is. I don't care to do it right now, and it'll probably be gone by the time I do. But for future reference, the cut, I can't really see the front very well, but I like where your hip straps are sitting. I like the width, and like I said, I've, got a tall, slender, narrowed body with front and back, thong shots. And like I said, for Katie Boo, I just sort of shortened it a little bit. I tilted it back or forward or whatever I did. So I can make it look like, you've got a longer butt crack that goes higher up, and you've got your hip straps pulled up higher. Or if someone like Katie Boo, if I did that, it would be like under her armpits. She did look funny and kind of cute in that video that her and the Dunce made where she was walking away into the kitchen and she had on spandex shorts. And I don't remember if it was tucked in her shirt or if it was kind of a crop top thing or if it just was short and it just lined up that way, but it did. She looked kind of silly and cute and endearing because her pants went up. She looked like she had this really short little torso. But that doesn't matter now because she's dead. So, but anyway, I've got a good front and back, proper shaped whale tail and, narrow in the front, but not too narrow. In fact, it's a little bit more narrow than usual. I've got some good examples. Maybe I'll show them. And I've made collages, but I'm not going to show my collages, but I can at least show the lower half, of this chick, at a late 80s, early 90s bikini contest that I use. And there's this chick. I'll post some shit, I will, just sort of examples, because, let me show you what makes me horny, because it's a fetish or whatever. It is and it isn't. Because like I said, on my planet, the chicks that's just how, panty wearers and bikini wearers are, and chicks know how to wear them and how to please their men and all of that. So, the example in my Buck Rogers and crew, I've got at least one example of the thong whale tail, that girl in the light green, and then the little bit darker green, the panty smooth groove, that is not only panty smooth groove, but it's jiggle and the wiggle. And as I've said, it has to have enough material down low that when she first pulls it on, be it bikini wear or panty wear, when her ass cheeks, gobble up that material and it's all the way in and all the way up her butt crack, she's still got material down low, And if she's got that gusset line, it's moving up and down. Or just all these little details that I've talked about before. And that's why I don't really like to mention this stuff, because then I feel like I have to explain everything. Just faggots here on earth, like thongs and thong pussy hammock, it's like they don't really get what I'm talking about because they're faggot fucking earth boys. So you know what I'm talking about, and we'll just leave it at that. So I did save that. I'll use it. I haven't made a straight up collage of you. I probably will. There's a 98% chance that I will. Like I said, I usually just put it next to or underneath or above you. You've got various shots, you in the red skirt, white skirt, that checkered skirt. There's this one where you kind of got, it's just, you're kind of facing forward, but you kind of got on some leggings and you're kind of showing some ass. But it's not like, how I'd have you showing ass, but that works, I got a bunch of your face shots, and I'll just sort of size them up so they're bigger, you know what I mean? So they're part of the theme. You know, so as of right now, I have no collages of you, but I have themes. You know, I have collages of fucktard and I think she might be the only one I've actually got a legitimate collage of. And I've got others, you know, I've got different body types, I've got different faces and shit, you know, and I have multiple collages of fucko. And they all look really, really good. I have some with butt cleavage, I have some with not. I've got this really good one that I sized up, you know, with like, you know, a top shot where it shows the Sidewinder titties where you can kind of see them from the side, you know. And I got this one chick where she was doing like some dancing and whatnot, and she just kind of shows where like one's up this way and one's kind of this way but in a little bit, and it's just like it really shows some nice shit. And I've got a bunch of videos, you know, like the titty copter proper, you know, where it's out, up, clap together, and then down. I've got videos, you know, where it shows the front and the back, you know, so her titties sway this way and that way, and then out and up, and she turns around and shit, you know, and I got all that shit, so. But I don't, there's a little side note, I'm not talking about her, but I think I probably will actually make an official collage of you. I'll size it up. So, I've got the back of the head on the one, but I'll make one. So anyway, and I just have multiple templates, you know what I mean? So it's just how I do. So thinking of you, Bundle Bella, baby, you. You like pancakes? What about waffles? I bet you like anything with maple syrup. Do you put maple syrup on steak and french fries? You know, because you're from Canada. You have a sister. That's cute. I'll have to look at that again. I don't remember what she looked like, if she was cute or not. And if she's taller than you. That's kind of an old video. But anyway, you and me, girl, show me around New York. Yeah, we'll go to Cat's Deli and all kinds of other shit. Lots of panty, you know, rubbins. And we'll just hang out and just sort of become friends with benefits, you know?